and welcome back to the Beyond the Streams. You're probably looking at this title and thinking, what the hell are these two talking about now? Xbox buys out Sony. Well, we're gonna dive into that, but we need to give you guys
Context.
a little bit of some history here before we we tell you guys what in the world is going on, because I think this is a oh man, this is a huge deal.
For sure.
So the wars have already started. PlayStation 5 versus Xbox X series. The comparison between the two devices, everybody's already saying like, hey, this one's better. No, this one's better.
I mean, we've done episodes talking about what the specs are going to be for the new devices and all that kind of stuff, and how Microsoft was focusing on we can do more teraflops and we can do this and we can do that, and then you were saying things like, well, but we can actually we're more powerful. It doesn't always come down to the teraflops, you know. But I kind of think no matter how many teraflops or gigawatts or whatever you have, it can come down to the titles that are exclusive to your platform.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good it plays if they don't want to play what you have.
Well, speaking on that, all Xbox people are going to be mad because Halo, or whatever that popular game is that made Xbox, has been delayed. It will not be available during launch. And I think they said it's actually going to be delayed maybe like a couple months. I don't quote me. I'm pretty sure the rumored was February of 2021. It's going to pass the holiday season. It's going to pass New Year's. It's going to pass Chinese New Year's. It's going to pass everything. It's like, you know what? Here you go, Valentine's Day. We love you.
It's going to be right there for my birthday.
I don't get it, man. I don't get why Xbox would not. Well, everyone's going to have exclusives. We know the PlayStation will have their own exclusive. We know the Xbox is going to have an exclusive. So it's going to be very, I guess, coming when we see on November 10th, I think, is the Xbox, and November 12th is when the PlayStation drops. But when it all drops and it's there, it's going to be pretty crazy. Now, I do want to talk about this whole power comparison because, like you said, we're talking about this many teraflops versus that many teraflops. People are saying, what the hell is a teraflop? So we're going to break it down here. I'm going to show you guys here. Well, if anything, I'm just going to read it to you guys. But something here for you guys to really think about. And this is coming from if you guys want to look it up, gamesradar.com / PS5 versus or VS Xbox Series X. And we'll try to remember to leave the article in the description so that way you guys could read on it. But if you go to Game Radar and you just look at PlayStation 5 versus Xbox, I'm sure you'll find it. So one of the articles here that it talks about is is the PS5 more powerful than Xbox Series X? So these are their two flagships. We're not talking about the lesser priced ones. So this is announced. The CPU for the PlayStation 5 is a custom third generation Ryzen chip, which is an 8-core Zen 2 behemoth packed with AMD's proprietary CNM Zen micro architecture, which I'm pretty sure people are like, what the hell is that? For the PS5 GPU, it is customized variant of AMD's Radeon's Navi, which can simulate 3D audio and support ray tracing. More specifically, here we go with the teraflops. 10.28 teraflops with 36 compute units at 2.23 gigahertz. That's compared with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM. For storage, I think they're talking about 128 gigs solid state drive running at 5.5 gigs per second. with with a bonus space, you could add another another space. And I'm gonna send you the link there next, so that way you can look at it. And actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So this thing, here are the specs right now that I was just reading
Mhm.
on the teraflops. And then if you want to come down a little further, you'll be able to compare the two PlayStation 5 to PlayStation 4. I will tell you this, the PlayStation 4 had 1.84 teraflops. It wasn't even 2 teraflops. It was slightly under. And this one's going to have a little bit over 10 teraflops. So just think about the massive amount of power. Now, if we look at comparison to Microsoft, Microsoft has been, they've already posted their specs. They've been working also with AMD to co-engineer a custom system on their chip platform. So they've also got an 8-core Zen 2 system, but their clocks are in at 3.8 gigahertz. Meanwhile, the GPU can handle 12 teraflops with 52 CUs at 1.8 gigahertz. Remember, the other one was 2.23 gigahertz with 36 CUs. So it's a little bit less, but it's giving you it's optimized even better on the PS5. But this will allow Xbox Series X to support hardware accelerated real-time ray tracing, leading to some really good visuals. The console is going to be 16 gigabytes GDDR6 RAM with the 1 terabyte of solid state drive at 2.4 gigabytes per second. And then if you want more support, there's going to be they're going to offer an expansion card that offers an extra 1 terabyte of space. So it's going to be very interesting. Now, I was telling everybody, I wouldn't even mess with the Xbox Series S, I think it is. Because
The
it's going
digital
to
version.
no, I don't think that's a digital version. The PlayStation 5 is a digital, but the Xbox Series S also has a DVD player. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
But it doesn't support 4K. It's going to be an upscale 4K. And I think it's going to be able to retro play a lot of the old stuff. So it's kind of like, if you want to play a lot of the old games, the $300 price one is going to be great. But why not pay the extra $100 for the PS5 digital? And it has the exact same power as the Series X and as the flagship PS5 with the disc player.